Hey mama, it's Jocelyn here with Positivity in Pregnancy and Motherhood, and I am excited to share with you some things that have been on my mind, but also remind you that you can do this. I know that pregnancy is hard, and I know that you are going to struggle because I did, but I also know that you can do this. Keep that in mind as you listen to today's episode. Hi, I'm Jocelyn, host of the Positive in Pregnancy and Motherhood podcast. I help pregnant women and mothers to find positivity in their season of life through changing their thoughts to work for them and not against them. I help mothers find the small, doable steps in thought and action without making drastic changes to their everyday mom life, and I can help you. Thanks for joining. Today we are talking about something kind of sticky and that can be really hard. At least for me, it was really hard, especially if you tend to be a little timid. This episode is for you to encourage you. And even if you're not, you're going to get some good tips on how to talk to doctors. But before we get to those tips, I wanted to remind you of some past episodes that I have done. I have a Facebook group, and the Facebook group is for pregnancy. It's called the Pregnancy is Hard Facebook group, and we encourage women, each other, in pregnancy. And in order to get to this group, I ask questions, and you have to agree to the rules to be approved and all of that kind of stuff. But the question I ask is, what is the hardest thing for you in pregnancy? And recently I've had a couple people add, and I usually like to try and talk to what they're struggling with. And both of them have had things that I have already recently talked about. So I just wanted to give you a title to research or to look back onto for these things if you are struggling with them. And the first one is feeling alone. So if you're feeling isolated or depressed or kind of struggling in pregnancy and you kind of have the FOMO, fear of missing out, I know I feel that and have felt that during pregnancy. And it was hard. It's hard to miss out because you're sick. I do have an episode called Feeling Alone in Pregnancy and Struggling Mentally. And I did that one back in March. So if you just scroll down a little bit and look for that, if I'm on top of things, I will try and put it in the show notes as well. And then the other thing that I had that somebody was concerned about was the weight gain. And the other episode I have that I did just last month in April it's called In Pregnancy, How to Turn I Turn Fat. I need to re-say that. In Pregnancy, How to Turn I Feel Fat into I Am Pregnant and Beautiful. And those two episodes, I encourage you, if you haven't listened to them, to go back and listen to. Like I say, I will put them in the show notes. And we are going to talk a little bit about doctors now. Now, this is definitely mindset stuff. My episodes, my podcast is a lot about mindset stuff. I do encourage physical tacticals to do on occasion, but most of it is shifting your thoughts and shifting your thoughts to more positivity to work for you instead of against you. So when you talk to doctors, it can be intimidating. It can be really hard because they have a lot of knowledge. And in fact, they probably know more about pregnancy and your body, how and what can happen during pregnancy than you might know. And so this makes it really hard to talk to them through it sometimes, because you feel like maybe your doctor even feels like he or she is talking down to you. Sorry as I fumbled over my words a little bit. But I want you to know something. You need to be brave when talking to these doctors, because this is your health and this is your baby's health. And if you don't understand something that they want you to do or they are asking you to do, ask questions. Ask questions to your providers, to your doctors, to your midwives, whoever is taking care of you for this pregnancy, for medical needs. Ask questions. And be brave in asking those questions. Something I did is that I would write them down. So as I had a question, as I was going through pregnancy, I'd write it down, and then I'd take that paper to the doctor's office with me, and I would ask them the questions. And actually having them written down helped me to be brave, because my mind didn't go blank. And even if my mind did go blank, I had the questions written right there on a paper. So be brave. It is your health. And this is a mindset shift. You just have to shift to tell yourself, I can be brave. I am just asking my doctor questions. This is not as heavy as my mind makes it feel out to be sometimes. So be brave. And that kind of leads me into the next point is you are paying your doctors. You are the one who is paying them to work with you and to help you through this pregnancy. And I feel like you have a right to ask them your questions and to be brave and to be thorough and to understand what is going on and what might be going on or concerning you, and work through that. If you have a doctor that is not willing to help you and listen in these types of situations, it might be good to find a new doctor. I switched from one office to another because of that reason. I did not feel that I was treated as a patient or as a person. I felt I was just a patient number. And to me, the care of doctors, especially during pregnancy, is very important. And I want to feel like a person, not just a number. So you're paying your doctors. You're paying them for their time. Ask them your questions and be brave. And the third tip, which is the tip we've already talked about, is to ask, clarify understanding, and ask again. Sometimes it does have to be laid out, and sometimes it can be helpful to have an extra person at your appointment with you, especially if you feel extra stressed and worried about some things that might be going on in your pregnancy. Have that extra set of the ears there, clarify and ask, and let them clarify and ask so that you can all be on the same page of what protocol is and what you need to do to move forward in your pregnancy. Your health is worth it. If you feel like you can't ask questions, work on your mindset. Work on the thoughts you think with your confidence in regards to talking to the doctors. Run yourself through a bunch of practice scenarios where you're sitting, like you imagine yourself sitting in the doctor's office. You imagine yourself asking the question and being brave. Do some of this positive mindset work so that you can feel peace of mind and calm about the next spots or the next things that happen in your pregnancy. Mama, you are worth it. You are worth it, and so is your baby. And asking these questions is going to be so helpful, and finding the courage to do it. You can do this, Mama. I know that you can. If pregnancy is really hard and down, you get down, I encourage you to check out my Positive Pregnancy Program. It is the top link in the show notes, although today it will be under those 2 episodes. It's usually the top link in the show notes. And there are 42 videos that are 2 to 6 minutes long that encourage positive mindset shifts. It sounds simple, but it is super powerful because I know because I've implemented it into my pregnancies. I've had 4 pregnancies, and shifting intentionally can really help during pregnancy. Keep up the good work. You can do this. You can be brave, and you can do the hard things that pregnancy takes because you are strong. Keep moving forward. Keep smiling. Keep doing your best. I'm here for you. Reach out with a personal message if you would like to have more personal one-on-one help. I will give you mindset shifts that can help you in this season. And the best way to do that is through Facebook, the Pregnancy is Hard group or Facebook page. Until next time. Thank you for being a part of the Positive in Pregnancy and Motherhood podcast, for listening, for sharing, and most of all, for applying these tools into your own life to improve your own happiness, so that you can find your own better thoughts for a better you in a positive pregnancy, in losing that stubborn baby weight, and becoming the mom you desire to be through taking small steps in thought and action to reach your goals. If you are a mother who has an inner desire to enjoy motherhood and pregnancy better, but you are having difficulty figuring it out, I can help you. I can help you find the small, doable steps without drastic changes to your everyday mom life. Reach out, let's connect, and let's see you move forward. My name is Jocelyn, and I thank you for listening. Until next time.